Good day my little robins, it's me Beth, another week has passed, which means you get another video from me here on this channel. If you haven't already read the title, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys where you can buy cheap or second-hand manga here in the UK. Now I've watched a lot of these videos, so some of the sites might overlap, but hopefully I can help you guys save some pennies on your manga, collection, your manga addiction. Yeah, before we begin, if you want to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's just dive straight into some cheap manga. The first four places I'm going to talk about, three of them are websites and one of them is a physical shop. And now what makes these places different than others on the list is that you get detailed pictures instead of a vague description. Up first is a Depop, a second-hand site where you can sell and buy many goods, mainly clothes, but you can get some really good manga deals if you know where to look. 9 out of 10 sellers will post multiple pictures of a volume, so you the buyer know what you're getting before you buy. Recently the bargain I got is I received 3 volumes of Ouran High School Host Club for £10 including postage. Because usually if I was to go to my local shop and buy these volumes new, they would be £6.99 each, so just over £20 for the 3, so I literally got them half price. The thing I like about Depop is that, never be afraid to message the seller, if you want some more pictures, or to see if they do bundle deals, because the seller where I got the Ouran High School Host Club, they were doing individual volumes, but then in the description said if you contact me, for bundle deals, I can do it cheaper. Depop, first on the list. Next up is eBay. Now if you don't know what eBay is, have you been living under a rock? Personally, I don't use this site as frequently as some of the others on the list, because sometimes if you have multiple sellers selling the same volumes, they will try and outprice each other even though it's used second hand, which can be quite annoying. So don't be afraid to shop around on eBay is really what I'm saying. The bargain I got were volumes 1 to 5 of Vampire Knight for I believe £15 including postage, which again is a really good steal. Now the reason I got £15 is because the seller gave me a nice discount, because I believe it was volume 3 looked like crap, spine wise, and once I actually got them it didn't look as bad as the picture made it out to be, but probably down the line I will go out and buy just a new copy so that it looks nice on my shelf. Also, unlike Depop, I found with eBay that sometimes the sellers do not respond to your messages, so don't be discouraged, and like I've already said, don't be afraid to shop around on the website. Another website I use is Facebook Marketplace, and this site is amazing because you can tailor it to a specific location or miles, and 9 times out of 10 the sellers will charge you less if you decide to go pick it up in person. Now personally for me, I always make sure I take someone with me. It's more of a safety concern when you go into some stranger's house, but I've only ever dealt with nice sellers, so you might want to be a little bit cautious. Maybe do take someone along with you, or if you're feeling brave then you go for it. The bargain I received is the first 5 volumes of The Demon of Momochi House for £17, and I got the shipping free. Well, it's not really shipping because I went to their place to pick up the volumes. Fortunately, they lived in the city centre, so I was surrounded by a lot of people, so I didn't feel as nervous. But yeah, Facebook Marketplace, don't overlook it because it's on Facebook. You can get some really good deals. The last place I'm going to talk about in this category isn't actually a website, but a physical shop you can find pretty much everywhere in England, and that is various charity shops. Personally, I have volunteered in 2 charity shops, over the last 5 years, so I know that when most books come in, they are priced for £1 or under, because they get so many books in that they just want to, sell them as quickly as they can. Now, unlike typical bookshops, there really is no organisation when it comes to the charity shop bookshelves, so you're going to have to browse. Although personally I have found that some of the old ladies who do the pricing, they see the pictures and they see the front cover, and they sometimes put the manga in the kids section because they think it's suitable for kids. Personally, some of the volumes that I have seen in the kids section are not suitable for kids, but hey ho. I have picked up volumes of Black Butler, Fate Zero, and the Asterisk War light novel. Like, don't be afraid to go to charity shops. There's a lot of them in England, and like I've said, you can get the books cheap. The next two websites I'm going to mention don't have pictures. Mainly they just have the generic cover, so you've got to rely on the vague descriptions. Up first in this category is Music Magpie. That's right, the advert that always said that they would buy your used DVDs and music actually does sell manga. Although there is one difference when you go on the Music Magpie website, is you either have to type in like a specific title or just manga in general, because they really do not have a lot. They just have whatever people have sent in, so do not expect a large variety. Personally, I have picked up volume 1 of the 7 Deadly Sins, my hair, solely to volumes 1 and 2 for $3.99 each. I believe I got free shipping. I'm not entirely sure, it's been a while since I bought it. I had to go off vague descriptions and they were very vague on the quality, but fortunately the 3 volumes I did buy, they weren't that bad, you know. There were no obvious issues apart from I think like the yellowing pages, but they're not as bad as some of the other second-hand manga I have picked up. Some people will happily take a chance for like the low price that you get, and sometimes like I believe shipping is cheap or free depending on how much you buy, but for like $3.99 a volume, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a chance, and well, the chance did not bite me in the ass. The other website in this category is Amazon. Now, under the new price, they will have a used price, and that is where you can buy cheap second-hand things off other sellers. Now, I like Amazon. Okay, I'm going to explain why. I've never had really that many issues in the past like some people have in terms of the way the items are packaged. But Amazon, they might not have many pictures, but they do have like a quality rating system, and like for example it'll be like used but the book is like brand new, or used very good. And the description will usually detail if anything is majorly wrong with the item before you purchase it. My bargain was, I'm going to cover it up, was Fairy Tail Volume 1. I got this for £2 including postage because it had a cover defect. Yes, it's had an issue with the spine and the back cover, but that was mainly me when I moved house. Now when I saw cover defect, I was like, oh, it's going to be something major. Little did I know that the seller described, I don't know if you can see it, a cover defect as Todd Haberkorn's signature, who voices Natsu in the anime. That's right, they said a signed copy had a cover defect, which is why they were selling it cheap. So now I own a signed copy of Fairy Tail Volume 1. On Amazon, I have also purchased a lot of my Black Butler collection, but unlike the Fairy Tail volume, I have yet to come across more signed copies. And the last website I'm going to talk about doesn't actually sell second-hand manga, it sells new volumes at below retail price, and that is Book Depository. Yes, a lot of people do mention this site. And like I've already said, they offer new volumes at below retail price. I have picked up many volumes of Tokyo Ghoul for like £6 to £7. I have picked up, you know, some Black Butler for like £5 to £6. And you know, I'm not going to complain when it comes to getting a good bargain. Sometimes though, they will only knock like a quid or two off the retail price. But then certain points in the year when it's like holidays or like seasonal, when they've got sales, they will knock off more, so you kind of have to go back to this site, you know, constantly to see what deals you can get. Now personally, I am very 50-50 when it comes to Book Depository, purely because I've had some good bargains in the past, which is good, but then I've also had, you know, bad delivery and poor customer service, but you know, that could just be me. So you know, if any of these websites or charity shops, you know, tickle your fancy, then be sure to check them out, and don't just take my word for it. Go out and get yourself some cheap manga. In the comments below, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Have you used some of the same places that, you know, I recommend in this video, or do you recommend any other places where people can buy cheap or second-hand manga in the UK? Because sometimes these videos are tailored to like America, and well, I live in the UK, so I don't have access, you know, to write stuff, which, it really pains me. But I'll just stick to what I've got. You know, let's just wrap up this video before I continue to ramble. If you want to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, keep reading manga, keep watching anime. I'm Beth, goodbye.